Peace and love. 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 Hey y'all. Happy y'all Easter. Y'all already know. I'll be stirring that stay focused. Anyway, I ain't trying to what's the word? Offend anyone. Hold on, y'all. I don't want y'all to just be bouncing like that. So get a little more stability. Excuse me. All right, we in my bed, y'all. We is in my bed. Let me lift you up because I don't need my business, y'all. All my business. But anyway, y'all probably out on this good Sunday. It's a beautiful day. And if you ain't, you should be. Probably need to go for a walk. You know, go ahead, go on your little date, whatever, whatnot, you know, have you a good little time. But I wanted to I wanted to speak on something. I just left work, right? And we were busy as hell. Okay? When I say we were busy as hell, we were busy as hell. They ain't lit up off our ass. I'm talking about at all. And I'm okay with it because I like to be busy, right? We were so busy, y'all. I broke a nail. And I thought I had broke a toenail, but she's still on there barely. But anyway, we were so busy, y'all. It's Easter. Everybody looking good. They just got out of church. They ready to be seen. They bringing their families out. You know, parties after parties after parties, right? So we ended up on a wait. Okay? Y'all already know I'm a storyteller, so it's a method to my madness, right? So we ended up on a major wait. But we were handling the wait. We was getting everybody in accordingly. And so I did notice there was this one group. I sat the group. They were angry because they claimed they had been waiting for about an hour, which they weren't the only group that had been waiting a minute. We always ask people, hey, like, you willing to wait? Because there's a wait. It's your choice to wait. You don't have to wait. You can leave. You can go do what you want to do. But if you want to wait, you can wait, right? And so people choose to wait because, hey, that's their choice. So this group of Black people, women to be exact, there were no males in this group. And so I sat the women and they, for one, I squeezed them in. Okay. That was another thing. Squeezed them in because they looked like some angry birds. So we sat them outside, got them all set up and got them all beautiful and stuff, you know, get them all feeling all homey and loved. And the server that was assigned to them was like, basically was finna go home. He was done for the day, but he decided to take these people because, hey, why not make that extra money? You feel me? White server. Colors don't matter, but the message that I'm finna relay, it'll all make sense in the end. So at the end of the day, he's a great server. Boom. He served these people top tier service. He served everybody top tier service, right? Don't matter what color you are. He just served people with love like he should. So, boom, everybody busy. We running it, whatever. And boom, everybody get ready to get off. I'm noticing that this party is still at the restaurant and have not left. They have been here excessively long. Mind you, I understand they had an attitude because they had to wait an hour, so they say. And so, you know, we finally put them outside in a spot, a beautiful spot, you know, nobody was around them, bothering them or nothing like that. So, you know, we was trying to make up for the time that they waited. But at the end of the day, my message to Black folks is this. This man waited on these Black women, okay? 7 Black women he waited on for at least 2 to 3 hours, okay? Was no birthday, was no celebration, was no event, no nothing. Just 7 women out eating on Easter. And do y'all know everybody on our shift and work and fitting the clock out and go home, and this man is still there waiting on these people because they ain't left yet. So then they finally leave y'all, and y'all would not believe how much they tipped this man. This man waited on 7 women, and they left him $7 the entire table. So that means y'all left him $1 a piece. $1 a piece. Let me make something clear to y'all. The reason why this is relevant, because a lot of y'all probably gonna say this is unpopular 7. We don't give a damn about it. We don't care. And I know you probably don't. And if you don't care, then guess what? You're not who the fuck I'm talking to. I'm talking to the people that care. And I'm talking to the people that need to get back to the point of caring. Because this is where the problem is at. We don't care no more. So happy Easter to the black folks that's coming out dressed up looking like Easter Sunday, and you coming out with bad attitudes, all because you gotta wait. You knew, bitch, you knew it was a holiday. So you know every restaurant in town finna be plaque. Common sense, be patient and understand that it's gonna be a wait. It don't matter where you go. If you wanna go somewhere high-end, popular, good, classy, quality, you gonna wait on a holiday. It don't matter where it's at. So at the end of the day, for you to get sat and get treated with the utmost respect and care and love, and you leave that person with a junky ass table, that's what pissed me off, was the fact that they left a messy, it's 444, y'all, confirmation, okay? They left when I say, first of all, your table is a representation of you. When you go out to eat, the last thing you need to do is leave the table any kind of way, when especially you knowing you ain't finna tip these folks nothing, right? Let me tell you something. A lot of black folks got a bad habit of coming they broke asses out to eat. And y'all be having money to go stand in the line and buy Jordans, but you can't tip somebody whose livelihood is depending on whether they serve you correctly or not. I'm going to repeat that. You got money to spend on bullshit. Y'all can stand in the lines and buy them same copied Chinese ass J's. Spend $200-300 on that for nothing. Waste your money, waste your time to look like everybody, but you can't spend $5 or $10 individually to help somebody pay their bills or get by or whatever, whatnot. Servers only get paid a certain amount of dollars, like $2-3 an hour. And y'all feel like because they are your server, it's their job to be your server. It is their job to be your server, but it is not a server's job to be your slave. It is not your server's job to be taken advantage of and used and mistreated. It is not a server's job. And whether y'all know it or not, having a good server in 2026, in this day and age, is a luxury. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. To have a good server in this day and age is a luxury. That means you don't get that every day. So you need to cherish that. So if I go somewhere, I go out to eat anywhere, I get a good server. Guess what? If they listen to me, they're attentive, they paying attention to me, they making sure my needs are met, they not over bothering me, but they bothering me, but they doing what they supposed to do. They there when you get what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure that server get $10 or better if I got to bless them with. Because that's how you bless. A lot of y'all done went to the churches today. And see, that's why I did my videos the other day talking about y'all in this fake Easter day. Okay? Y'all done went up in there and pretended that y'all and Jesus done rose, and ain't now one of you even tapped into Christ, because if you did, you would not be coming out to the restaurant on a Sunday right after church, ordering a bunch of mimosas back to back with your girlfriends and tipping somebody $1. That's not Christ-like. That's wicked. That's selfish. That's low down. That's mean. That's evil. That's greedy. All because you were angry and mad because what? I guess you had to wait a little bit. When y'all could have left your funky asses and went somewhere else and got treated like the bitches you needed to get treated like. And I'm sorry, but I ain't sorry. I'm fussing the damn day because I'm tired and I'm irritated because I work with people that work really fucking hard to take care of the people that come in there. And at the end of the day, I'm watching y'all. And no, let's be real. We had a lot of good people that come in and love on people and take good care of, but it's a few crumb snatchers that just make my ass want to chew tobacco. And it just be certain black folks. It could be couples. Y'all come in there, y'all order up 2-3 plates of shit. Because the restaurant I used to work at recently, I quit. People would come in there and the other servers would try to avoid. That'd be the problem. The other servers be trying to avoid black couples. They be trying to avoid black groups, black parties, because they automatically know y'all ain't tipping shit. Don't nobody want to serve you. Don't nobody want to wait on you. I'm not finna be running back and forth and then y'all extra. That's the problem. You come to the restaurant, you overdo it, extremely overdo it. You're under appreciative, and then you leave nothing. That's why people don't want to service or serve you. And you may say, well, Seven, this don't matter. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because this is exactly why we can't find good service anymore. It don't matter what kind of service it is, whether it's car service, hair service. It don't matter what kind of service it is. Love service, sex service. It don't matter what kind of service it is. Service is service. If a person is loving on you in their love language and the way that they do it, be appreciative of that. And at the end of the day, y'all, black folks, y'all make me sick. And everybody is scared to tell you. Everybody's scared to talk about it. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Why are we like this? If you cannot afford to tip your server, you don't need to come out with that broke poverty mindset. You just don't. I look at it like this. I'm not going to go nowhere and sit down and eat at nobody's restaurant if I can't afford to pay for my food and my drinks and have enough to tip my server without putting myself in debt. If I can't do those things, I won't be going. And a lot of y'all be trying to go out and keep up with the Joneses because you're watching all these TV shows and you're trying to look like these folks on these reality shows. Just don't know majority of them folks on the reality shows is broke just like you. They human too. And broke is a mindset. But my thing is this. It's been times where I've went out to eat to places and I ain't got but $20 in my pocket or $30 in my pocket. I'm going to order within my means. So that means I might order me something by $15, no more than that. I need to make sure I got at least $10 to $15 to pay my server a tip when they're done serving me because that's how they got to pay their bills. That's how they feed their children. Y'all might say, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And y'all pissing me off because y'all sit at these restaurants and y'all eating these folks' tables. Y'all junk up their restaurants and tear up their tables and leave it any kind of way. Let your kids leave it any kind of way. And then you say, oh, the server will get it. It's their job. But you ain't paid them shit. The thing is that's how they get paid, dumbass. So if you're going to leave a tornado or a tsunami at a restaurant after you and your funky ass, nasty ass family leaves, the least you can do is drop their ass some money on the table. And I ain't talking about $2. $2 is not a tip anymore in 2026. That's a fucking insult. Especially if you come into a restaurant with more than 2 people. That's like you showing up to your mama house with 5 kids. And then you got an attitude because she ain't got no room for you. And then she make room and she love on you. But because it wasn't the way you wanted it, you handle your ass. And this why people hate serving us. When I notice when people come in the restaurant, all colors, it don't matter. They come to the restaurant, the way we treat them is first come, first serve. It ain't got nothing to do with, oh, she, this white, black, she, da-da-da. It ain't got nothing to do with that. But I notice with my people, when they come in a restaurant and they see white people beside them, their servers coming to grab the white people, and the black people standing there in shock, and they wondering how they feel like they got to fight all day life. Well, why they ain't? I was here first. Because earlier today I had two women standing at the door. There was a white woman and there was a black woman. I walked up and I was like, hey, how are y'all? Have y'all been serviced? And then, of course, the Caucasian lady, she's like, I was like, well, who was here first? And because the black girl was like, she started running real quick. And I was like, hold on, who was here first? Because I'm not trying to overstep nobody. And of course, the Caucasian lady was like, hey, it was me. And then the black lady like, and she's standing there like, damn, so she giving me this energy, like this entitled, you want to take care of me type of energy. But I don't think she came in before the Caucasian lady, because the Caucasian lady was just standing there calm, cool, collected. And she was honestly waiting on a catering order. She didn't even want no small bag, no DoorDash, none of that. She was literally standing there calm, cool, collected, waiting gracefully on her order. The black girl standing there with the attitude like of arrogance, like this sense of urgency, like hurry up, I gotta go, and damn it, I'm here, I was here, And it's like, my thing is this, black people, you wouldn't have to feel like you are not being serviced properly if you were to give good service. I'm gonna say that again. You wouldn't have to worry about whether you're being serviced properly or not if you're giving of service. And what I mean giving of service, that means if I take care of you, you take care of me. You feel me? So the being a server, and I've been a server in plenty of jobs. I ain't no server right now, but I'm speaking up for other servers. And I wish I could have spoken up back in the day, because I was, I don't know. I guess it wasn't time. But now is the time, because today I saw this man stayed at the job when he was supposed to have been gone 2 hours before. But he's serving this table of black women, 7 black women. Y'all got on y'all dresses. Y'all looking cute, looking beautiful. Got your purses. You're looking like you $1 million. Y'all done ran this man ragged. And mind you, he's a Caucasian server. Okay? So he cool. He a cool little white boy. You feel me? He don't mind looking out for nobody. Sweetheart. This man said, yeah, I'll take the table. Because didn't nobody want to take their ass. I'm going to say it. Didn't nobody want to take their ass. That's probably why God left your funky asses outside for an hour, because they knew y'all wasn't going to leave them shit. No way. But you want good service, though. You want quality, but you giving nastiness. You giving evilness. You leaving the table filthy as hell. And my thing is this, y'all wouldn't dare leave your mom and daddy houses like that, would you? The way some of y'all grown folks come to these restaurants and leave these restaurant tables looking is just disgraceful. Straight up disgraceful. Like, how are y'all eating? Are y'all eating on the floor or some shit? I'm talking about, I cleaned up tables today that had grown folks, no children in it. You would swear I had babies in it, the way the floor looked, the way the table looked, just pure deep filthy. Y'all come out to the restaurants, and it ain't just black folk, it's the white folk. Now, I ain't gonna say the black folk do that part, but the white folk, y'all ain't gonna lie, y'all don't give a damn. When it come out to going out to eat, y'all niggas don't give a damn. And yes, I called y'all white folks niggas, because y'all niggas too. Happy Easter. Happy motherfucking New Year, bitch. Listen, don't mess with me. I've been at work all day. I'm tired. My legs hurt. My body hurt. I ain't in the mood. Okay, I barely can see. But I had a message that I needed to deliver, because I'm standing up for my people. And at the end of the day, white folk, y'all got to do better too. When it comes to the restaurants, y'all let y'all kids do any damn thing. And that is not cute. Y'all kids be throwing tater tots and shit all across the table and busting the other folks up across the head and shit, and you ain't said nothing. We stepping all on broccoli because your kids and dumped it on the floor and you acting like you ain't seen it. Go! Clean up behind yourself. Act like you got some home training. Don't do that, because people talk about y'all ass when you leave. They might not say it out loud to each other, but they say it in their head. But black folks, I'm gonna be honest with you. I done worked in restaurants. Y'all last that got talked about. And you gonna get talked about. You gonna keep getting talked about. You gonna forever get talked about. As long as you take your cheap, crusty asses out to these folk restaurants and order up all their food, run they server ragged, and don't pay them nothing. Everybody know black folk don't tip shit. Majority of black folks, because I ain't gonna say all black folk, because I've ran across some really good tipping black people. But my thing is this, a good tip in 2026. I understand we going through a hardship. I understand finances. I understand. But the minimum, if you're going to give anybody something, should be at least $5. That's it. If you're going under $5, you don't need to come out. If you can't tip people more than $5 in 2026, you do not need to be eating out in the restaurant. You can't afford it. You cannot afford it. If you cannot tip your server $10 or more, if they're a good server now. Now, if they're a shitty service and they ain't been checking on you and they just ain't been there, the area dirty, the food ain't right, then I understand. But black folk like to come to restaurants. Y'all like to cause problems purposely so you don't have to tip. How I know? Because I done served some of you myself. Yeah. In the black restaurant, to be exact. That's the crazy part. I can remember a little couple one time came in the restaurant and everybody was like, Everybody was in the little cubby hole like, I don't want to serve them. They don't. And I was like, man, and I'm new, so I ain't know. So I was like, I'm going to go, I'm going to treat my people equally. I don't know them, so I can't judge them off of what other folks say. So I'm going to give them a chance. So boom, when I sat them down, I automatically felt they weren't finna tip shit. But at the same time, still yet, it's all good because I know God going to make up in other ways for me that other folks try to take from me. Because that ain't nothing but taking. It's like you stealing from a person when you do that, And so they come to the restaurant and I'm serving them up just like they top tier rich folk. You feel me? And we in this low budget ass restaurant, but I'm trying to make it seem upscale because it's just what I do. But at the end of the day, stay focused. And they got the good serve. They ordered up meals. I want to order 2-3 plates. Let me go. Can I go and put this in? Let me get it to go. Ordered all that shit. Left the table looking at food. And didn't leave me. Then the food came to the register to pay for the food. Didn't even have to do that because I came to the table to take the money, but you wanted to come to the table so you wouldn't have to leave me no tip. Came to the register to get the food paid for. And then gonna say, standing there, mind you, I think their food was like maybe $40-something, $49 and some change, and he gave me like a 50. And waited on his change. Let me tell you something. Black folk, don't nobody like serving y'all. Don't nobody like servicing you. You wondering why you can't find a good mechanic. Because you don't take care of the mechanics that you had. You don't appreciate them. That shit is hard work. It's hot as hell. And everybody coughing to be breaking down. You need air conditioners fixed. You're going to need tires. You're going to need struts. You're going to need starters. You're going to need all kind of shit. And y'all want to pay folk $20. And you wonder why your shit clock knocking. You wonder why you can't keep it running. You wonder why you keep attracting shade tree mechanics. Because you get what you give out, black people. Same way with service. You wonder why you keep going to restaurants and people keep overlooking you. They'd rather walk to the white folks and ask them how they doing and seat them before they seat you. You think it's some Rosa Parks shit. It ain't got nothing to do with Rosa Parks shit. This got something to do with your brokey energy. You coming in here with that entitled, I ain't giving you shit, but you better hear me and take care of me because I'm black attitude. Bitch, fuck you. We don't give a damn. If you ain't helping me, if I'm a server, and you ain't left me shit, you better believe I'm talking about your ass, about you. I'm coming home and I'm going to talk about your ass bad. Sure will. I'm going to call my friend. And I'm like, go. Now let me quit. I'm going to talk to God about it, though. I be like, God, did you see them heifers? Did you see them heathens? They brought 30 of their grandmothers. Then half of them was in wheelchairs. They smelt like Bengay and Epsom salt. And I ain't say nothing. I ain't judged now one of them. And then they all took their time and ordered. And then they forced me they kept asking me for stuff. Every time I walked by, hey, excuse me, ma'am. They don't want me to service nobody else because they too greedy. So I'm giving them all my attention because I'm a great server. I want to make sure they satisfied. But the problem with black people is you never fucking satisfied. And don't let us be late 5 minutes. It don't matter what restaurant. I understand when you coming out to eat, you're hangry. Okay? I get it. Because that was me recently going to Zaxby. I was hangry. But I was patient with them folks. But what I'm saying is I understand when you going out to eat to any restaurant, you dealing with an angry bird. It don't matter what restaurant it is. When people show up, they are automatic on the edge because they hungry. And it ain't going to take but a little second to piss them off. So you got to know how to make your people either smile or you going to piss them off. You got to find that happy medium, like, you know. So at the end of the day, I try to be that either host, server, whatever position I play. I try to make sure that my people are smiling before I even begin the service. Because then it's going to make my service go by smoother. It's going to make everybody happy. Everything going to go by smooth. So this applies to any type of service. It doesn't matter what kind of service you're delivering to people. Making sure you're delivering it in good energy so that you can attract good energy. But also, if you get some shitty customers, be okay with cutting their asses off. Be okay with rejecting their service. Because I have I'm telling you, plenty of folk that came to me about pieces. And I'm telling them like, okay, boom, I got a couple of orders ahead of you. They handmade, so be patient. Then you want to wait 2 days and you want to text me and rush me and force me and cuss me. And mind you, you ain't paying me nothing. You know what? You can take your money elsewhere because your money is no good to him. Period. Our money ain't good money. So at the end of the day, y'all got to understand some of these restaurants are not hard up for you, dear black people. That's why they don't give a fuck whether you service or not a lot of times because they know you don't give a fuck whether their servers are taken care of. It is not your server's job to be a slave. Stop treating your servers like they are less than. They don't get paid but $2.50-something an hour. Their paycheck is your tip. So if you giving me, what if I only came to work today and I only had one table? And say that one table of 7 women was my table. So I'm serving them with all my might because I want to get a good tip. Only for these women to get their dirty asses up and leave me nothing. And then I go home with nothing. Y'all don't know how many servers go home heartbroken because they are broke. Because y'all stinking asses. And I'm sorry. And if you ain't none of these folk, you ain't got no reason to be offended by me calling you stink. Because you ain't the one I'm talking about. I'm talking to the ones with the stink wickedness that come to these restaurants knowing damn well they don't have no intentions on taking care of these servers. Servers, hosts, good cooks, good management, just good teams in general is a luxury. It's a luxury to have. Y'all don't know how many restaurants I go in, especially, I don't even go in black-owned restaurants majority of the time because majority of the restaurants with black people, unfortunately, the service is shitty. The food might be okay because a lot of y'all food don't even be good. Because if the service is bad, the food ain't that good either, for real, let's be honest. But at the same time, a lot of y'all are in business and restaurants all because of popularity, not because of how good your food is. And then a lot of people are afraid to tell you that tell you that your service is shitty. Oh, you ain't got no good cashiers. Or you always running out of money. You ain't never got no change to give your customers. You ain't never got no server. You always short on servers, on staff. You always got a bad attitude. You and your people when everybody come in. Then your food be salty. Some days it be over salty. Some days it be extra greasy. You don't know if you're going to get heartburn or fucking indigestion. But then y'all want to have a bad attitude and expect folks to patronize you. But guess what? Your business will grow and flourish. Just like the Caucasian folk, how they set their businesses up. Look at Waffle House. Waffle House is a small ass place, but it's franchised, right? I'm pretty sure they started out in a little box back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Probably the two owners when they first started. But then they eventually expanded. They had to bring in a couple of cashiers, a couple of servers. You feel me? But they knew that they was going to keep the good food pumping. So that means their service was going to get paid. You get what I'm saying? And then the more you get your service paid, the more you keep the good food pumping, the more it brings more good customers, good business, right? And the more good business means more money in your pocket, right? And then that means more service and more business, and you can expand, and you can buy more equipment, and you can make more. You can flourish when you invest in yourself. You feel me? And then on top of that, you don't go in business with that broke attitude. Like, okay, certain black restaurants, y'all in business, right? Y'all scared to take a loss. It's just like when I make jewelry. I have given away more jewelry than anybody has ever bought from me. I'm going to say that again. I have given away free ass jewelry more than I've ever anybody purchased. Why? Because I don't do it for $1. I do what I do because I love it. I love to do it. So because I love to do it, it brings more good people to me. So I'm not losing out on shit. Is you picking up what I'm putting down? So a lot of y'all be scared to lose out on $10. So it say, for example, you make a plate at a restaurant and the customer bring it back. Y'all black folks don't like to refund folks money. You don't like to remake the food because you feel like that, oh, them ham hocks and them oxtails cost too much. I ain't finna be out here remaking no plates for nobody. But you wondering why you can't afford to pay more than 5 servers at a time. You're not taking care of the people who paying your bills. It's a circle of life. You feel what I'm saying? So if you want good service, people, you got to be of good service. So that means you come with good energy, good spirit, with good intentions of making sure your server is taken care of, just like it's your server's job to take care of you. It is not just your server's job to take care of you. They're not your fucking slave. I'm going to say it again. They are not your slaves. It pisses me off when I see people at restaurants, even when I go out with people. That's why I don't like to go out with nobody. That's why I'd rather go out by myself, because I get better service when I go out by myself. Because I'm too graceful to be with people who can't clean up after themselves. I'm too graceful to be with people who can't tip. Oh, don't clean that up. I done been with folks. Like, I'm the type of person, when I'm sitting at a table, for one, I'm gonna wipe my crumbs up. Cause that's what I did when I was a kid. That's what I did when I was brought up. I wiped up after myself. You feel me? So I'm gonna clean my little crumbs up. And then plus I don't even got many because I don't eat on the floor. Like a lot of y'all do. Half of y'all be missing your damn mouth like you got holes in your mouth. I don't know how y'all be having all that food on the floor. Okay? Where's the food going? So I'm literally like cleaning up, and I'm noticing people beside me. Oh, you ain't got to clean that up. Put that down. That's the server job. They get paid to do that. How they get paid to do that if you ain't tipping them? Huh? Don't worry, I'll wait. How is the server getting paid if you're not tipping them? Christ consciousness. Y'all talking about Jesus is written? Well, rise up then and act like Jesus, because I'm pretty sure Jesus would not go in these restaurants. If Jesus was a man, like y'all tried to make him out to be, if Jesus was an actual man, the way that they describe Jesus in the Bible, do y'all really think that Jesus would go out to a restaurant, get an attitude because he got to wait, then turn around, get in the section and be doggish? Not only that, be disruptive and disrespectful and disgusting, and then get up and leave nothing? Do y'all really think that's Jesus like? And this is Easter. And these are church folk. Y'all really got y'all asses out of church at 8 o'clock. Y'all went to church for 30 minutes. Y'all didn't go to church for no type of holy Christ, nothing. You went to church to be seen. You got your ass out of church, came to the restaurant and ordered you a stack of mimosas. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But if I got to go run and fix you mimosas, that means I'm taking time to pour liquor and juices and all kind of stuff and coffee, and I'm running to get y'all everything y'all need. The least you could do when you see that these people got a full house, that means they got more than just you they're servicing. And that be the problem with y'all. Black folks will come to the restaurant and say, for example, like I done been at the table and I could be standing at your table and I say, okay, well, what can I get you to drink? I ask you what you need to drink. I ask you what you want to eat. I stand there and ask you what else you need. And y'all will sit there and be like, nothing, I'm good, I'm fine. But then as soon as your server walk off, y'all will flag down a whole nother server. Hey, come here. Can you bring me some napkins? Can you bring me a fork? And I didn't get my green beans. So now you got your server looking like your server ain't serving right. When your server just left the table, the server just asked you what you need and you said nothing. Now you over here asking a whole nother server to serve you when they got their own tables to service. And so now you're taking their attention from their people. It's a system. It's not just about you, Black people. Get over your fucking selves, please. It's not just about you. And I'm sick of this shit, man. Y'all, I see it in too many places. I see it in too many places. So when I walk up to the door and I say, hey, how are y'all? And I see blacks and white at the door, I don't go to the white or the black first. I go to who was here first. So if you were white and you were here first, then damn it, you gonna get service first. If you were black and you were here first, then damn it, you gonna get service first. But whoever goes after the fact needs to be okay with that. Be mature individuals, adults. But some of y'all come in these restaurants with the attitude of entitlement, and it's absolutely diabolical how nasty it is. You dressed up in beautiful flourished dresses, expensive clothing, expensive garments. It be the ones in the expensive shit with the nastiest energies. I guess that's why I like cheap shit. Give me some cheap clothes. I don't care nothing about it. Because the clothes don't make me big. I make the clothes. And that's the problem with a lot of y'all. Y'all put on these garments. You put on these damn wigs. And I think that's the problem with a lot of you. Especially black folk. Y'all got too much of, y'all is chemically imbalanced from all of the glue and products you caking up in your damn heads. Yep. That's the problem. So that's why y'all coming up in there with that attitude of, and you're looking down and you got your nose turned up at me. Baby, I ain't, listen, you got me, I'm not one of them. First of all, I'm going to go out here and make sure y'all, and it's crazy because we was trying to squeeze everybody in, y'all, and nothing was available but outside. And I was like, listen, y'all, I can go ahead and make it happen. I'm going to make a way. I said, all right now, the only way right now is to get y'all in is outside. Are y'all okay? They like, yeah. That's why the universe made a way for they to be outside. They didn't even come in the inside because God knew they wasn't even worthy of being in the inside. They left that man with so much shit on that table, y'all. I was so tired. I done clocked out and everything. I'm just sitting down looking. I done went around here to help this man clean the table off the clock, all because I felt bad because I'm the one sat the bitches in this section. He said, man, they only tipped me $7. That means they tipped $1 a piece, y'all. But you got to understand, the tables will turn. You just never know. One day you might end up having to be on that other side of that table. You never know where you might end up having to work at. And what if you have to service those people and those people turn around and leave you exactly what you left them? You got to be careful what you put out. You get what you give, black people. And y'all don't give where you should give. Y'all give and y'all feed dead gardens. You don't feed where life can grow. You don't feed nothing where something is good. You like to feed dead shit. Yeah. And it's time to rise up. Yeah, he has risen. Happy Easter. It's time to rise up. Stop feeding dead gardens. Stop watering dead gardens. And water the gardens that's watering you. And we can all grow. And whoever the hell I keep hearing in my head, like, we don't want to hear this, bitch. I don't give a you better find you something safe to do. Because you a coward. You can't even say it to my face. You would rather think it. And like, oh, you think I can't hear? I heard it. I feel it. That's why I be telling y'all, don't be on my platform. If you don't like me speaking up, you don't like me opening my big mouth, you don't like me ranting about what's right and bringing balance back to the universe, then damn it, exit stage left, because you're not part of the Kendra tribe. You're not one of them. You're not one of them. But we gooch over here. And at the end of the day, I'm going to keep doing what I'm supposed to do because that's my duty. Okay? All right? Take that up with God. All right? At the end of the day, I ain't going to stay here long. I just wanted y'all to know. Stop taking y'all cheap asses out to restaurants if you cannot afford to tip your server. And see, I'm the type of person, let me be honest with you. I had this one server at this one restaurant I would go to all the time. I frequented. And me and this server built a relationship over time. And I don't mean like a relationship like, oh, we together or we sleeping together. No. I mean, we built a bond. He knew I was a vegetarian. He knew what I liked to drink. He knew how I liked my food. He knew how I wanted. As soon as I sat down, the items that I needed, automatic. I told him once or twice. And from that day forward, he was on it. And he was so attentive to my needs. I could breathe a certain way. He at the table. Hey, you okay? You need anything? He didn't over bother me. He checked on me just enough. Alejandro, shout out to my boo. And at the end of the day, he learned me. And I was having a terrible day the day I met this man. But this man brightened up my world. Okay? Total stranger. Treated me with pure love and respect. I tipped him about $20 that day, I think. Hell, let's be real. Damn near every time I went and ate with him, I tipped him none less than 20. If I didn't have 20 or better, I wasn't going. Because he was that good of a server. Majority of the time, his tip was more than my food. Because I'm a vegetarian, so most of my food don't cost nothing for real. So I'm tipping more than my food. Because I know this how this man got to survive. Not because he's hard up or he need me. No. But because this is his job. And I want him to love his job. I want him to want to come to his job. I want to be able to come to his job and keep getting his good service. So I'm going to take good care of him. Let him know that whenever he see me, that, hey, she going to tip. She's a good one. Come on. And see, y'all don't understand. When you are a good tipper, right? That'll take you a long way in life. You could be, baby, it could be a wait. It could be 3-hour wait. But if they mess around and see a good tip, oh, you a regular, she a good tipper, she pay about she be always tipping about $50. Oh, yeah. They'll skip you up the line. They'll sneak you up and find you away. Because they know you're gonna take care of them. You feel me? And so at the end of the day, I was a consistent good tipper. It got to the point where the man didn't even want to take nothing from me no more. Confirmation. It got to the point we had became friends at the point where he didn't even want to receive nothing from me no more. I'm like, bro, let me love on you. You feel what I'm saying? And then after a while, he started taking care of me. Make sure I'm straight. You feel me? It could have been days I done went in there, I ain't had no money. It has been days that I done went up in restaurants dressed to the max, looking good, baby. Don't look like nothing wrong. I ain't have a dime in my pocket. He didn't know it. And he'll just, boom, take care of him. I got your ticket today. You good. If you take care of God's people, God will make sure his people take good care of you. And most of God's people are servers because they love to be of service. A lot of servers, you got some servers that are servers because they want to get paid just because they like to get paid. But you actually have a lot of servers who are serving because they love to serve. But that doesn't mean they want to get used. That's just like a bartender. A bartender is a server. So when you go to the club or when you go to the bar and y'all be up there bamming on the bar in the counter, ranting at the bartender because she ain't hurried up and finished the first set of orders, 20 orders that she trying to fix. She trying to hurry up and get all these drunk ass people out the way. And then y'all bringing 30 folks over here. Y'all beating the bar and screaming, talking about some, this bitch ain't da-da-da-da-da. Just don't understand the pressure you're putting this person under. Imagine putting yourself in these people's shoes. Could you take that pressure that you're putting them under and then y'all don't tip them nothing? The tip jar is there for a reason. Now them bartenders ain't getting paid nothing. They just getting paid to be cute and get a little popularity, a little attention. They ain't getting paid nothing. I remember back in the day in the club, they used to fill that tip jar up. Baby, them girls used to love to work at the club. Them tip jars used to get so full. That's why they used to have bottle services, bottle girls, and they would do all that fancy stuff because they were getting tips. But now you can't have no club with no bottle service, and y'all want all this hookah and all this fancy shit, but y'all ain't tipping. And then, if you is tipping, then that's on the owner. The owner got to invest that money into their business. They're just like certain clubs around here. I just feel like all the money that they make, they could have then revamped their business 20, 30 times if they wanted to. But at the end of the day, we're losing quality because we're not giving quality. You get what I'm saying? I want to get back to going back to restaurants and not having to feel like I'm taking a gamble on my server. Am I getting a good server or am I getting a bad server? Is she going to make sure my food fresh or not? Is she going to spit in it? Or is she, we literally living in a time where you just never know what you might get. So when you get a good server that's attentive, productive, consistent, that's nice, that's funny, that's on it, that's engaging, tip them good. And I promise you, every time you see them, it don't matter where they are. They could be working in the ocean. Bitch, they gonna make sure you get in first. Oh yeah, get my baby in first. Baby, I could be off the clock. Bring her in. And I can remember, I used to tip my service so good, y'all, that when I would walk in, it was nice. I could walk in the restaurant late and they about to get ready to close. Or he been to just got off. Let's just say that, because I don't like to go in restaurants when they get ready to close. But he could been to just got off, counting his money down. And as soon as I walk in, oh, that's 7? You sit 7. Every time you see her, I don't care. Because I can remember one day I went in and they said, I asked, hey, is Alex here? And they was like, yeah, but I think he's off. I said, oh, okay. So now, because mind y'all, I'm spoiled because I'm so used to having him. So I was like spoiled. So I'm like, well, who else I'm going to get as good as him? Because he knows me. He knows how I like stuff. I'm very picky. I'm very particular on what I like. And he knows me. He messed around and seen me, y'all. That man was over there in the cut, way across the restaurant, counting his money. That man seen me. He said, oh, 7. You coming? Come on. I said, no, they said you off. He said, I don't care. You never tell 7. He said, anytime 7, you see 7, you come in here, you sit her. I don't care if I'm off or not. When you take care of your servers, I promise you they will take care of you. It was days I would go in and I'll be all chipper and I'm in a good spirit. And he would know, okay, she's in a good mood. Her drink, just fix her a regular drink. She all right. But it was days I would go in, I'd be depressed and I'd be down. I might be sad. I might be just broke down and tired from work. And he'll come to the table and he'll just automatically know. And he will fix my drink, just the way at that moment to make me feel like, you know what? Here, even if it's just putting a little umbrella in it. Something to make me smile. make it, make it a little extra strawberry, whatever. He would do little things to let me know that he knew that, okay, let me just add a little sweetness to a little extra happiness in her day. So I would come in feeling low and down, but I would leave feeling up and lifted. I'm literally getting teary-eyed because having a good server is rare. It is rare. So you appreciate them when you have them. So if you cannot tip your server, the minimum of $5, y'all, please stay y'all asses at home. And I understand times hard because I get it. I understand you want to get out and enjoy yourself on the holidays. But this is where the creativity come in. You got to learn how to be resourceful. This is where barbecuing and stuff came in at back in the day, y'all. If you can't afford to go out, you bring the out in. And you be creative and you make the in look like a restaurant. Give yourself a restaurant experience at home for free. And that way you don't have to worry about tipping nobody. But I bet you won't dirty that house up like you dirty that restaurant up because you the one gonna have to clean it up. So think about your servers the same way when you leave a restaurant. They have to clean that shit up just like you would if this was in your house. Stop coming to people's houses, taking shit and not giving nothing back. And on top of that, filthing it up and not caring nothing about it. At least the white folk, y'all might come in there, y'all eat all over the place. But y'all asses tip good. Some of you now, because I ain't gonna lie. I done had some bad tipping white folk before. I ain't gonna lie. Make it like y'all just all tip good, because y'all don't. But, for the most part, y'all take good care of you folks. Because y'all already know the luxury of having a good service. But black folks, y'all don't care nothing about it. And then you get mad when you get mistreated in restaurants. You get mad when you can't find people who actually want to service you right. People don't care about servicing you because you don't care about servicing them. You get what you give. So, if you want love, give love. And if you want an attitude, give attitude. If you gonna give an attitude, you can damn well expect one back. Okay? We living in a time now, you can get it. You can get it. And we all hungry. And being in the service business is a hustle. It's like being in the street selling dope. It's like being on the same block. You got 20 prostitutes on the same block trying to make money. That's what you're dealing with when you're in a restaurant with servers. So tip these servers. Find you a good server. Stick with them. But take good care of them. And they'll always take good care of you. I promise. I love y'all. I'm finna go. Done fussing now. Don't y'all do this shit no more. We got to get better, black folks. I'm tired of folks rejecting our service because we black. Well, you know they ain't gonna tip. They be over there in the corner talking about y'all black asses. How I know? Because I done been in the corner talking about y'all black I done been in the corner. You know that heifer ain't tipped me nothing, and she been here 4 hours eating like a giraffe. I'm done. I love y'all. Peace and love. Y'all share this live. I love y'all.